and welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. How you doing, bruv?
I'm good. I enjoyed that.
Good, yeah. I'm Marcus Bronzy, by the way.
Sean. Hello to everyone.
Right. You know what? I like that level of familiarness. Sean.
Just Sean.
Sean, everyone. Yeah, second episode since we're back into this season, which we've tagged on to the last season, which I believe is season 4. And this is the show where Sean and I have a conversation where we talk about stuff that's happened on the internet, basically, and stuff that is happening
Off the internet,
basically. Because there is two worlds out there, isn't it? On the internet or off the internet. Right now, we're kind of straddling both at the same time. Feel bad, Sean, because right now we're in the real world. We're off the internet. But also, if someone's listening to this, it's from the internet.
Oh, yeah, bro, you're blowing my mind, bro. Calm down. Too much.
We was having a chat before the show started, though.
It was because we were because I slipped and tripped and fell down a scroll hole, and I don't do it very often. I'm not very I mean, I was on YouTube, I wasn't on it, but I got into another Harry Mack scroll hole, and I haven't been in one for the best part of 6 months to a year.
Before we get into what the Harry Mack scroll hole is, can we just find out how you fell into this hole? Because everybody falls into it in a different way. Some people are just chilling. Other people, they actively pick up their phone and they're like, you know what, I am about to dedicate some life to this.
Bro, you know, it wasn't even on my phone. It wasn't even on my phone. It was, I was watching something, I think I was watching something on YouTube, and because I've been following him for years, he obviously has some new content, it just popped up, and I just hadn't listened to him for the best part of like a year, or maybe not quite that long, but probably a year. And so there was like a lot of new content, and I started listening to it, and then...
And which one was it again? Was it YouTube or...
Yeah, I was listening to his stuff on YouTube. But I was listening to some of his Omegle bars. I was listening to some other freestylers who had people on their show reacting to him. And so obviously I just in passing mentioned it to you when I turned up.
Yeah, man.
And little did I know, I'm gassed. And I'm also upset that I did not even know that you
interviewed him on the show.
Interviewed him, bro.
What a way to find out my mate doesn't listen to How to Kill an Hour, or didn't listen to How to Kill an Hour. Oh yeah, big friend of the podcast, bruv. Yeah, it sounded really good. That sounded really good. Is it? What episode did you listen to? That's what I just And he literally said to me, I've listened to every single Harry Mack freestyle out there. There's not one that I've not listened to. And I was like thinking, no, there's one that's out there, innit? You ain't really listened to it, bruv. But whatever, man. You get me? But yeah, no, we had Harry Mack on the show.
Sick.
Really good episode, actually. Like, it was when lockdown was on. There was a lot of stuff going on. It was episode 379. And that was when we had Dev on the show. And he interviewed us. The thing is, I can play the freestyle for you now, if you want. He interviewed us, and the freestyle is great, but the freestyle's even better once you realise
the context that he brought into it.
Yeah. And this is like 3 years ago. Or this is, when did we do this? 2 and a bit years ago? And you're saying now that there's a noticeable difference between how he was a few months ago compared to now.
Well, even from, we think about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago is when I started listening to his stuff. Yeah. But since he's gone on tour, and I think that is within the last year, his stuff has leveled up again. Like it honestly blows my mind. Even like previously, I thought he was incredible, and he was even back then. But now, less filler bars, more triple, double time, different cadences, and also, if you listen to enough of him, you hear people obviously giving him the same words. And of course, there are some bars that are repeated, but...
like most and toast every time, innit?
But he extrapolates further and further and tries to bring in, something like cheese or something. I've heard him a million times rap about cheese or whatever. And then he tries to bring in new stuff, I mean...
lactose intolerance and then one's there, innit?
Oh, he just goes in.
Yeah, no, all joking aside, he's sick. So yeah, Harry Mack is a freestyler. And all he does, like you mentioned Omegle bars, that's when he goes on the internet, on the random chat site Omegle. It's like a kind of chat roulette site, innit? You put in code words, or you put in hashtags or whatever, or something.
I don't even know, bro.
He didn't want to share the tags with us because he thought that would ruin, everyone would just put them in and expect Harry Mack. So, but you just have random people that you chat with and he freestyles for them.
They give him words, but he also uses everything that he can see, anything that they do, and he will just freestyle about it on like, you know, on the spot. So
I like it when he's like, yeah, I see you touching that t-shirt or whatever. Like he's sick. Anyway, look, so we interviewed him for an hour and then Devon asked him to freestyle for us. And you know what? If you like this, go listen to the whole of episode 379. Here we go.
I love that.
I think he picks a beat.
There we go.
He's got some hard beats
ready?
as well, man.
All right, cool. Proper.
Here we go. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Yo, turn the mic up a level and let the guard blast. I'm reporting live all up on your podcast. Entering all types of zones. Y'all can hear my voice clear through the microphone. Man, I wish we was together all up in the same room. But COVID came through, so we had to use Zoom. Yeah, we solving problems and we using them remedies. Even though it's on the screen, I'm still feeling your energy. Yeah, you stepping in correct to neck, you a dead man. I can share more energy through my webcam than most of these rappers can share in real life. Anytime I'm spitting lyrics, I cut through like steel knife. Yeah, hey yo, they said, dog, you gotta let the verse lay. You just told us you could still spit on your worst day. Lyrics, I'm reporting them to you. I still score mad points like I'm Jordan with the flu. Yeah, and y'all know I'ma rhyme for you. Hey yo, we gon' reach that level though of kinda blue. Yeah, I'm about to let you all know what I meant. I said right now we gon' hit 110%. Let's take it there. Yeah, let's take it there. Yeah, they step to me. I don't make it fair.
Yeah, I feel like you
I'm making real. Hey, I'm about to spill. Hey, I said don't spread it like the COVID cause my lyrics is ill. I break it down for my folks while I shine like a sunspot. Matter of fact, my lyrics, they be juicy like kumquat. Anytime I'm spitting, people know when I'm so loose. Yeah, I be fresher than your favorite produce. When it comes to spitting, I be causing more panic. Good for your health like kumquats when they organic. And y'all know that I'm flowing with ease. Kinda like a kumquat, it's growing from trees.
I feel like the trees is kind of
Well, I'm talking my skill and I'm talking my paper, cause I'm paying my bills. Yeah, talking my mentality, it grows from the roots. I said I got the type of lyrics that they couldn't compute. Y'all know I shine like a necklace. Your vibe, I affect this. My flow infectious. I'm controversial like Brexit. Yeah, and y'all know that I'm really spitting flames. Word to Brexit, these rappers getting out the game. Yeah,
they removing
themselves from all ties. When it comes to lyrics, y'all know that I'm all wise. Thinking about Brexit, it got me stressed. Cause when I read articles, it sounds like a mess. Yeah, but yo, I be living in the US. So if you wanna talk a mess, mine'll leave you depressed. Come on, I keep it honest every time that I spit. Anytime I'm kicking lyrics, they be throwing the fit. I got the power, rappers turn sour, they get devoured. I'm about to show you all how to kill an hour.
Yeah, let's end it there, bro.
But even, see, but then he goes double, triple time. When he does triple time, and you can hear everything that he.
That is, to me, so to put that into perspective, Dev and I gave him words like kumquat, Brexit, COVID, like, and then he was picking up other things we just happened to discuss on the show. Like we spoke about Michael Jordan with a few. Bruv, he smacks it, man. I reckon that could be a good intro tune, you know. If you're listening to this and you think that's the case, might have to do that, bro.
That would be sick.
That'd be tasty. But yeah, so Sean, you know, during the show we like to actually, what else have you been up to, bro? Hit a few holes today, innit? Hit the golf course.
Yeah. No, I didn't go to the golf course. Just went to the driving range.
To the driving range.
Yeah, driving range.
That's my favourite place to go at the moment because I'm not very good at golf.
I was about to say go there and hit some balls in anger, but usually leaving the range, I'm more angry than when I first arrived. It's the most frustrating shit of all time, let's be honest.
Do you know what's mad about golf, bruv, is that like it's nothing to do with strength, innit? I know that, right, a little bit, but you can't go in and just smash the ball. And it's kind of funny when you see people just fucking chopping at the ball all the time with no skill. But when you hit the ball perfectly,
ghosty,
and you hear that sweet, everyone hears it, innit? It's like,
yeah,
all around here.
Unless you're like, have you got good technique, and then someone like Bryson DeChambeau who just got hench, bro, he put on like, I don't even know how many, he put like 2-3 stone of muscle on, and was obviously like was hitting it
1,000 yards and all those kind of ones there. Bro, yeah, man. Do you know Steph Curry has been?
I saw you hit a hole in one the other day, bro. It just, everyone went mad,
and he's been hitting trick shots as well. He's been hitting like tricky shots, like where say the ball is like, it looks like it's in front of you, but he's got to hit it up a verge and it's got to curve around a bit. He's been knocking shots like that in. Bruv, I think he's an actual X-Men.
But this is the thing though, isn't it? When people are so talented at the top of their game, sportsmen and women, they could also almost, before, they could just make a choice and be like, I think I'm going to be a professional this. I could do that. Or because like, loads of people have gone, I was going to be a basketball player, but then I ended up playing baseball, or I ended up playing NFL instead of whatever.
Wrestlers, NFL and wrestling.
Transferable. Yeah,
I am 100%. 100%.
But just like a lot of it's mindset in it.
Have we seen
mentality to succeed?
Like from what I've seen from Curry, is I think he could be somebody that plays professional golf, bruv. From what I've seen in it, I don't watch enough golf, but the way he's playing, everyone's saying he's flipping hole-in-ones and like all these trick shots. But to get that point, like, have we seen anyone since the likes of like Bo Jackson and Michael Jordan who could play multiple disciplines? I'm trying to think, has anyone done that recently?
In the sense of he went and played golf. But there are people who went and played like ice hockey after their career ended in, I think there was like a footballer who ended up being like playing in goal as an ice hockey goalie, or I don't know though. We'll have to look into that. That'd be one to have a look into.
Yeah, because wouldn't Usain Bolt, he was thinking about football, wasn't he, for a bit?
Yeah, no. No, sorry, Usain. No. He's a big United fan, isn't he? So
is it? Oh, is that why? Is that why he's getting no love? You're like,
not even that. He's just not. Obviously, he's just not. He hasn't got the. I don't think he has the transferable skill. He probably has the mindset to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there have been. I mean, they've got people like Harry Kane is potentially thinking about becoming a kicker in the NFL, but it's a tall order though. Because
could he really do?
I've been learning a little bit about NFL. Previously, I didn't know anything about NFL, but I didn't realize that you have like kickers, and then you also have punters who they might be the same person, but sometimes they're different. You have like a punting team, and I'm like, yo, this guy's just chilling on the bench the whole time, but the game can come down to that kick at the end, and it's all pressure, all up to that one person. So
he's like embodying all of the skills of like penalty pressure on that one kick, or like in rugby when you got to do when you got to kick it over, flipping out. When you convert, it's a try and a what is it in rugby? Try is when you get it on the floor. All the rugby fans are gonna be so pissed. But when you kick it over the
conversion, I think
converting a try. Yeah, I think so. Bruv, was it? You know when we played rugby at school, because me and Sean went to school together.
Hot potato for me, bro. Because everybody that I nutmegged in football just came for me. So I was trying to get rid of that. I was trying to get rid of that rugby ball as quickly as possible.
It was a revenge tactic, bro. Because certain guys didn't want to play rugby. They just wanted to connect and concuss other people at school, bro. That was flipping mad. That was funny. Apparently there was a kid that I'll beep out his name because we shouldn't really say who it is. It was yeah, did you see? Yeah, he was quite a quiet kid at school. One of the teachers, he didn't play rugby, so one of the PE teachers was like, at the end of rugby practice, was like, "You've not got any mud on you." Everybody rush him. Like,
I don't remember that.
Everyone rush him because he was like, everyone has to get stuck in. This is back in the day where PE teachers would just punch you up in it. Like, it would just be like,
I remember one of our PE teachers put one of our mates in the bin. In one of like the wheelie bins.
Was it the young one that was a bit cool? The one that used to teach us that game with the tennis ball, like British Bulldog, but a different country's version.
German long ball.
Yeah, bro.
He
was on smack, you know.
He was
on madness. Yeah. So he put someone in the bin.
He did. You know, the four brothers.
Yeah. He put one of them in the bin.
Yeah. Our age, the one that was our age.
Is it? Yeah. Did he take it well?
Huh?
Did he take it well?
I can't remember this. I can't remember. I was just laughing too much.
He was one of the most part-time students I knew in my life, bro. So it's all good though, bro. It's all good. Flipping hell. But yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know if I know any other sports person that's managed to go and do two different sports at a high level. And I would have thought you'd go from something like football to something skill-based because your body is tired. But the fact that Harry Kane wants to be like a kicker, that's bonkers, man.
Yeah, but I think as a kicker, you're not going to be on when you're playing like defensive plays or whatever. You're only going to be brought on once a touchdown's been made.
Yeah.
So after the touchdown, a bit like the same like rugby, you've got like a conversion. They probably don't call it that. I can't remember the name of it. A kick. And then you would only you would come in on at certain points in which you know it's necessary for you just to come on and kick it. I was about to give a scenario, but it's unnecessary.
I just want to stop you right there, bro. It's a bit unnecessary.
I caught myself. I caught yourself out.
I mean, we've seen like MMA and boxing and stuff like that. People kind of dance between the lines, like Mayweather, Conor McGregor. It's always been really hard, though, isn't it? Like I think
Mayweather hasn't though.
I just mean when it was the exhibition fight is what I mean. Like, actually,
Ngannou's going to be fighting Tyson Fury. No,
I don't know what, brother. I don't know enough to know what's, because Ngannou, one of the hardest punchers in the UFC.
He's supposedly one of the hardest punchers in the world, but and they were talking about factually, so they must have done something to be able to
he hit something and it was like a ton per square inch or something like that.
It doesn't, but you know what the thing is like, it doesn't matter how hard you punch. If you don't connect, then it's just all wasted energy. And then you
spin around like Crash Bandicoot and like drill into the earth a little bit,
winging like Wilder, innit? But Wilder did connect though, innit? And when he Tyson Fury almost went to sleep. But I mean, I've seen it previously when Ngannou fought Derek Lewis and was just so shot shy because he'd previously lost, and he threw like 3 punches in the whole fight.
Yeah.
So you would just hope you would hope that for an exhibition he will come out. And it would, you come out, he would be swinging. Mm-hmm. He's probably, let's be honest, he's just going to get absolutely outclassed, isn't he?
Because you can't, boxing, everyone has said, if you're not skilled in boxing, well, if Fury was to go into the octagon, he'd get mashed up.
He would get absolutely finished.
But this is a good payday, innit? And the thing is, yeah, it's a good payday, innit? But I'm 100% going to watch it, because as someone who's a casual sports fan, I think exhibition matches are what can bring me into a sport. And I know a lot of people say this isn't boxing, this isn't MMA, and I'm like, you're 100%
purist,
right.
I understand why you would
I agree.
A way about it.
It is not boxing. So if bruv don't want to watch it, it's all cool. It's bad for the sport. I don't know enough about it, but I will be watching it. And I think if they're gonna go full exhibition, I want to go WWE style exhibition, bruv. I want them to have the proper sit down table smack talk and that. I want them to go. I want to have like TV spots with microphones behind. I want to go like, if we're gonna do exhibition, let's just go crazy with it, bruv. Get me? Let's go and have a proper party with it.
TLC match and that.
TLC match, innit? I want to have someone that's coming out like, I don't know, bruv. I want to have a bit of madness coming in it. I want to guest ref. That's what I want to guest ref.
Imagine you hear Fury and Ngannou, Hell in a Cell. You'd be like, yo, what time? I'm staying up for that.
Guest ref Deontay Wilder. Oh my god!
Yo.
How is the ref not seeing this? It's not legal. Oh my gosh!
That'd be brilliant.
Someone ring the goddamn bell!
We'll have to get JR from like AEW and get him to come along and commentate.
Everyone's saying, the wrestling lot that I know is saying that AEW is popping at the moment. They're saying it's got all of the things.
I literally know one person who is like 10 years old and used to follow wrestling like back in the day, Jake the Snake times he's the only person who's like telling me, he's like, man, like this is what kind of WCW was like back in the day, but it's going to be picking up a lot. I mean, there's already a lot of like famous wrestlers turning up there and stuff, and they're starting to do something, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah, man. You still a fan of wrestling though? Like, because I like it. I know it's not real to the point of, I know that the storylines is kayfabe and stuff like that, but athletically, these bros are doing madness.
Oh, but like,
every week.
Do I respect
the physicality?
Do I respect what they do? 100%. Well, do I watch it? No. I mean, but it's a tough one, isn't it? It's because like back in the day, I felt like we were spoiled. We were fully spoiled because we were in the Attitude Era.
The best.
For me, the best era of all time. And maybe I would say that, but I know other people who are quite a big sizable age difference and they still say the same. Say that, that was the best era. But like the characters and everything wrapped up in it. Now
the ridiculousness.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to sit down and watch it now.
What was on your most ridiculous off? For me, it was the scuffs outside the ring in Attitude Era. It was the stuff that happened, like, because I've got like one ridiculous verses that when I watch back the clip of it, I'm like, this is so wild that it's still a joy to watch today. Have you got? I can start if you want. I can
go for it.
Booker T, Stone Cold Steve Austin, supermarket, bruv.
The supermarket,
yeah. So Booker T's in the supermarket, shopping for something random in his full wrestling gear.
Of course.
That was back in the day when it's standard. Everywhere you go, Booker T is wearing briefs and knee pads just in case it pops off, yeah. And then he hears I think he hears something on the announcement, and it's like flipping I think it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he's literally something like, there's a jabroni on aisle 9. And Booker T's like, yo, what's going on, bro? What's going on? He's like, jabroni on, not jabroni, that's the Rock.
I was about to say, I was thinking,
oh, sorry, I fucked it up. But yeah, an arsehole, yeah. And it says something like, and then Booker T just gets mad shook, and then Stone Cold comes out and just starts battering him.
Doesn't he come out with like the fridge or something like that?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
Bat starts beating him up with things from the supermarket. And it's a real supermarket, but baguettes. He's like doing stuff like pouring milk in his mouth, pouring cereal in that. Yeah, you like that. It's like, man, it's mad crazy. And like, clearly they've hired out a whole supermarket because this place is properly stocked. Stock is going everywhere. He's just like throwing him through beans and cereal boxes. And then he finally, I think Booker T hits a special on Stone Cold and throws him into a meat freezer, locks it up and was like, yeah, starts walking away. And then as he's walking away, but next to the meat freezer, there's a fridge. I don't know who thinks that meat freezers are connected to fridges, but Stone Cold climbs out of the fridge and starts whacking them up again. And then puts him in a trolley and like, I think he puts it through and like fucking boop, 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 bruv. Rings the check. I was like, this is ridiculous. I love it, bruv. If you're listening to this and you haven't seen this, we'll put a link in the show description because you have to watch this. It's fantastic. Bro, that was mad.
Yeah, there's too many. I mean, I did enjoy all the backstage scuffs and all that. I think it was watching an era where you saw them push the boundaries week in, week out. Swanton bombs off the top of 4 ladders through 3 tables. Like, obviously the Undertaker Mankind when he throws them off the top of the cell. I mean, things like that where your jaw drops and you couldn't believe it, man.
Do you know what's mad is that there weren't, because I know there were lots of injuries. I'm surprised there weren't more deaths in WWE, considering they were doing that every week. Yeah. They were on tour for like 40 weeks of the year and that stuff, innit? Like they were
a traveling circus.
Yeah.
But there's Stone Cold broke his neck. I think Shane McMahon broke his neck. Bruv. I mean, even if you look back to the days of like Jake the Snake and that, who did he DDT'd someone onto the concrete and they were complete, and then he had to they were dead weight, bruv. He had to pick them up and roll them back into the ring. He got hit on his head with a real guitar, and it was supposed to be the prop guitar. And then after that, bruv, he had to take mad painkillers constantly to come out and perform in it.
Because he was just hearing mad guitar riffs in his head every time. You're talking to him and he's just hearing.
That's terrible. Man. Yeah, so I mean, and then they had people I think they started stopping certain moves. The Rikishi driver, they stopped that move. They stopped pole drivers. They stopped,
they were bonkers.
Stuff.
But you know what? I like reliving that stuff in the computer games now because the new computer games.
I haven't played them for for many years, but I always used to really enjoy playing them back in the day.
Bro, they had a really bad year during lockdown, and they cancelled the game for a whole year and came back with 2K23, bro. No, 2K22 was sick. 2K23 sick as well. We'll get it. We'll jam it at some point because you can do. It looks really realistic now. Yeah. So I put a video up online of the Goldberg entrance scene, versus the Goldberg entrance scene in real life, and it's fucking sick. You can see which characters they put some real money on because some of them are a little bit, but also you can.
It's like FIFA, innit? You get a couple men where you're like, this guy doesn't look anything.
There's a couple man, you can see their thoughts in their eyes, yeah. And there's a couple man who you're like,
this guy's not even got any eyes, bro.
It's a bit of a rush job, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a bit of a rush job, isn't it?
Default, one, two little changes.
Especially when certain players can just walk through anything sometimes when you play FIFA and you're like, oh yeah, didn't finish programming him, did you? Yeah. But some of the other players that you see in 2K, the 2K22, Sean, honestly, bro, sick. And you can just create random crazy matches. The specials are easy to do, the fighting's easy to do, storylines and stuff like that as well. We could do a tag team storyline, make your own character. I made my own character.
This is what I was gonna say, because back in the day, what we used to do was we used to create our own characters, entrance music, all of what we would spend time from
at least 7 hours, bro.
Hours and hours and hours, and going from every single moveset, from your striking moves to all of your grappling moves to your finishing moves to your submissions and then you would just go out and
put all your stats up to 99.99999 for everything in it, everything on max.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, I don't remember that they had stats like that on the ones. I'm talking about. Oh man, I'm trying to think of
SmackDown versus Raw, maybe
WCW versus NWO Revenge. And
that was N64, yeah?
N64, that was a sick game. That was my favorite wrestling game.
I think it's SmackDown versus Raw.
SmackDown versus Raw.
Then, honestly, 2K, 22, 23. And they've got rhythm, they've got tunes on them as well now, and you can edit the playlist.
Bruv, as long as I can play with the historical Donnies, I don't want to be playing with. I was just about to try and name Drew McIntyre. I don't want to play with these.
With all due respect,
so they're not really.
Yeah, and they've got this mode. Yeah, by the way, we're not paid for this, but we're just talking about it. They've got these modes where you play through a character's storyline and they merge real VHS footage with you playing.
Oh, yeah,
we need to get on it.
That's
we'll get on it. All right, cool.
All right,
anyway, I believe it's that time of the week, Sean, where we are going to be telling some very short stories that make you laugh, aka
jokes of the week. Oh yeah, I like the reverb echo. Yo. Love it.
Oh man,
love it. All right, we're gonna go long form this week.
Have you got some long form ones?
I've got some long form ones this week.
Well, can I counteract your long form with some short ones afterwards? Everyone's happy.
Do we do?
I don't. Now you're getting too complex. I'm getting just bring it down. Sean was trying to say he does 2, I do 3, then he does 1 and I do 2.
That was exactly what. That was.
Or you read a word off the joke, then I read a word off the joke.
Hey, man, see, you did understand. Why are you trying to make like?
Mine are very dad jokey though, bruv. So I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. But hit me with it, bruv. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, kick off with this one. Putin is held by a terrorist. A Russian truck driver stops at the back of a long queue on the motorway. He sees a policeman walking down the line of stopped cars to briefly talk to the drivers. As the policeman approaches the truck driver rolls down his window and asks, "What's going on?" A terrorist is holding Putin hostage in a car. He's demanding 10 million rubles. They will douse Putin in petrol, set him on fire. So we're asking drivers for donations. The driver says, "Oh, okay. How much do people donate on average?" Policeman said, "About a gallon." I was like, yo. Woo! So what, you want to come in with a quick one, or you want me to carry on? How are you feeling?
I think you're on a roll now. I think you're on a roll, Sean.
All right, let's do this.
And also, can I just say, feel free to send your jokes in to us as well. If it's good enough, we'll read it out. Maybe even give you a shout out. Why not?
All right. My boss was honest with me today. He pulled up to work with his sweet new car this morning and I complimented him on it. He replied, "Well, if you work hard, set goals, stay determined and put in long hours, I can get an even better one next year." I like, what, that one as well, I was like, it's so wrong because it's so true.
It's so true. Isn't it? Yeah. Bro, do you know what's mad is when, and I've done it, everyone's done it, is like when people work for someone else and they literally just are so down for the team. I'm like, yo, like, you need to make sure you look after yourself as well.
Do you know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, for real.
So true. And people have said that because sometimes you overinvest. And it's fine it's different if it's a family business or you're working for someone, but you can give yourself to a corporation. They can be like, bye.
Especially if it's and when I say a shit job, no job is a shit job, but if it's a really demeaning, horrible, bad job, which people do, there are horrible jobs out there, yeah. And I'm like, yo, man, you need to just clock in and clock out. You need to clock in, clock the fuck out. You get me? Like, don't pay. And there's some horrible old school people out there that are just not nice bosses at all. Anyway, this isn't. Let's move on to another joke. That's not very funny. Sorry. The joke was funny.
Yeah, that went down a real introspective path. All right. A wife got so mad at her husband, she packed his bags and told him to get out. As he walked to the door, she yelled, "I hope you die a long, slow, painful death." He turned around and said, "So what? You want me to stay?" I made you choke on your liquid death.
Oh, fuck it. Should we give him a little shout out? Yeah, shout out to Liquid Death, keeping us hydrated. Appreciate that, man. That's all you're getting, though. Yeah, for now, innit?
They went in on some of the catch lines on this, though. Yeah, I'll just say that.
They did, man. They did.
You enjoyed that one?
Yeah, that was good. Oh, so you want me to stay?
Oh, there's another wife one. No, sorry.
Can you just swap? Can you swap it over? Can you swap the wife and the? It's not as funny, no.
What if I say a husband? Alright, let's do this. The husband and I took a long leisurely drive out to the country and pulled over to fill up our car's gas tank and tyres. He was surprised to see that the station had a fee to fill the tyres and asked me, why in the world would they charge for air? I responded, inflation.
I like that one.
I wasn't sure.
That was a good one. I like.
All right, let's get on to it. This is a bit of a... There's a couple of naughty ones in here.
Let's throw a spicy one in there.
During my checkup, I asked the doctor, do you think I'll live a long and healthy life then? He replied, I doubt it somehow. Mercury's in Uranus right now. I said, I don't go in for any of that astrology nonsense. He was like, no, neither do I. My thermometer just broke.
Go on, Sean. One more.
All right.
Suspense.
Hey.
Oh, we have got an air horn.
Where did that come from? All right.
Oh, sorry, I just had to get out of the system.
I'll keep it on the same.
All right, cool.
The same dirty jokes. All right. A poor man asks this rich man, what are you getting your wife for this Christmas? The rich man replies, diamond earrings and a Mercedes. The poor man asks, why are you getting her 2 gifts? The rich man says, well, if she doesn't like the earrings, then she can drive to the store and exchange them. Poor man nods. All right. Then the rich man asks him, so what are you getting your wife this year? The poor man thinks about it for a second and replies, a pair of slippers and a dildo. The rich man asks, well, why those 2 things? The poor man astutely responds, this way, if she doesn't like the slippers, she can go fuck herself. Yeah, that tickled me.
Oh man, yeah. Happy birthday to everyone out there who celebrated their birthday season. Oh, that's sick, man. All right, I'll hit you with some quick fire ones, Sean.
Let's go.
I like yours though. They're good. Male bees die after mating. That's basically their life. Honey, nut, Cheerio.
Yo, that's a good one.
Okay, all right. What's made of leather and sounds like a sneeze?
A moo. I don't know.
A shoe. A shoe.
I was close. Damn it.
I got a dildo one. Go on. My other half went to a sex shop with me a few years ago to buy a new dildo. The bloke behind the counter said, "Feel free to choose from the range on the wall." They said, "I'll take the red one, please." The guy behind the counter said, "That's a fire extinguisher."
Boy, go big or go home.
Yeah, boy. Hey, man, that's a big pair of boots to fill, isn't it? Right, one more then, right?
Hit me.
Did you hear about the Italian chef with a terminal illness?
No.
He passed away.
Can I hear? Wow.
Can only do so much. Now he's just a piece of history.
That's fucking terrible. I was wondering where it was going to go from there. I mean, that still made me laugh though.
Did it? Thank you.
But I get annoyed when I read or someone tells me jokes where they're so shit, but I still can't help laughing.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm like, it was so shit.
Well, that kick the bucket one was having me folding up from last week's episode. I just saw one more.
Go.
We'll save it for another episode, bro. I don't know. Do you want it?
Come on.
I only have 4 toes on my left foot. It repulsed my other half. They're lactose intolerant. Shout out to my lactose gang out there, man.
Dairy pun.
You know, I love a good dairy pun. Yeah, so those are some dad jokes, Sean. I also have some funky headlines of the week for you, aka I got find the right button. aka funky headlines of the week.
Watch, join in there at the end.
Why not? So there is a person out there that is.
This is super vague at the moment.
All right, this also sounds like a dad joke as well, though, right? But it's actually a story. A young man became allergic to orgasms, but there's a happy ending. It's a real story. It's a real story. In a recent case study, doctors described the unfortunate tale of a man who developed an allergy-like reaction to his own orgasms.
Bruv, did we not? I feel like we might have.
Have we spoken about this in the show already?
Is it about this guy who he forms like rashes and all this stuff afterwards?
Yeah. Did we already speak about it on the show?
Either we have done or I've seen it previously. We might have, Should
we just re-speak about it quickly though? So then if you have already heard this, press fast forward a few times and we'll still put out a little clip on social.
I feel like we might have been discussing as to why it came, like, does it last for a week?
Yeah.
Afterwards? Does it last for a day? Does it last for a couple hours?
That's horrible though, because I know what it's like to be like, I'm going to have something that is bad for me because I'm a little bit lactose intolerant. I have all my toes, but I'm lactose intolerant. So I know what it's like. I'm going to have some cheese today. I'm going to regret it later.
Obviously, my plight. You're allergic when it comes to
was it like air, food, like just anything, anything. No, but you've got like certain things you can and can't eat. But sometimes you'll be like, fuck it, like the pain's worth it. Never is, but you're like, it's worth it. Yeah. So
unless it's the bread from that place in Dam.
Oh yeah,
sorry, it just popped into my mind.
Yeah, it's nice, bro. It's nice. But maybe it wasn't just the bread. Maybe there's something else in here that made it tasty. Maybe. Like, maybe it's something else, bro. 100%. Like, yo, bro.
Yo, that bread tastes so nice, bro. Yo, that Fanta. Can you just feel the fizz of the bubbles across your tongue, bro? It just feels sensational.
There was no
Fanta being drunk. Why do we sound so evil? I'm saying this sounds like I'm being interviewed, but I'm doing something illegal, nefarious, and and I've got like a mask on and talking about how I'm building ghost guns and selling them to 5-year-old kids.
So tell us how you started to develop 3D printing of semi-automatic machine guns and selling them on the dark web. How'd that start?
Well, it was mainly to do with the money, if I'm honest. Not really too fussed about who's getting killed, what my guns are being used for. It's all about the papes.
Yeah.
You put the money in my hand, you get a ghost gun in exchange, no serial number.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That sounds just like it. Anyway, so let's get through it. All right. So anyway, in a recent study, doctors described the unfortunate tale of a man who developed an allergy-like reaction to his own orgasms. In this bizarre and real affliction, he was unable to pursue sexual and romantic relationships. So like we're saying, yeah, bro, I could be like, I'll eat the cheese and I'll have a bad belly. Imagine thinking, can I even have a wank?
He could take edging to like the next level.
He could what? He could be if it was a tantric scale, he could levitate. The amount he'd be edging, bruv, like he would be on. That's not a way to live, though.
It's not, is it?
He'd be a very frustrated guy. If the breeze hit him in the wrong way, he'd come. If you bumped into him in the street, like you get me, bro. But
that's horrendous, though. Yeah, I feel there are worse things out there, but yeah, it's a pretty bad one. Isn't
it's a tough one, bro.
If you know what, it's one of them ones, yeah. If you were like celibate, it's calm, innit?
No one would know. There's people out there that never had cheese.
Maybe you wouldn't know.
Wow.
Mad.
You wouldn't know. That's bonkers, man. But anyway, yeah. It's known as post-orgasmic illness syndrome, POIS. POIS. It's like poissy, but without the voice. Sufferers, almost always men, experience symptoms similar to hay fever or flu following ejaculation, such as fatigue. Well, everyone gets that. Itchy eyes, stuffy or runny nose, and even memory problems. 2 of those are normal, bruv. 2 of those are normal. Fatigue and memory problems, bruv. Don't ask me the answer to any questions, bruv. Yeah. Post-nut. Bruv, don't ask me questions, bro. Get me? Also, these symptoms appear after nearly every orgasm, usually within seconds. But sometimes you ask this question, Sean, up to hours later, and they can last anywhere from 2 to 7 days.
See, this is why that stuck in my head, because I remember, I feel like if I had like half an hour of being like mad hay fever symptoms and not being able to answer questions,
7 days.
A week though. You're going to be like,
I've got to take time off work.
I was contemplating laying the pipe, but I might I might just slack it off, you
babe,
know.
I know you want to have a big Friday, babe, but I've got a big meeting on Tuesday. The fuck?
Oh, that's so long.
That's like, you got to book annual leave. You got to book annual leave.
Yeah, because even for me, there's times where I'll go out and I'll drink, and I know, for the next, it could be up to like a week.
Yeah.
Where it will take me to get back, my stomach to get back to some sort of normality. Yeah. So I've got to look 4 or 5 days in and be like, I need to be on point for that. Yeah. So,
but at least you have options. You can eat other things. Him is the
I can't drink anything apart from alcohol to get drunk though.
Yeah. Fuck. I didn't think about that. Yeah. But he can't even do a little manual shift. Nothing. What if he has a wet dream? Does he still have the allergy, bro?
That's...
So no, you don't even have any fun. Well, it depends on the dream. But you don't even have any fun, bro. You just wake up itchy, runny nose and sticky pants. Anyway, right, because we might have spoken about this before, Sean, thankfully the doctors managed to treat his problems using a simple over-the-counter antihistamine. So...
But I would have been using mad antihistamines from day dot.
Day dot.
Do you know what I mean?
Bruv, I'd probably be getting a nose spray and spraying it up somewhere that ain't a nose, bruv, just in case. Just in case. Just in case.
I'll be using all of the medications.
All of the medications, bro. And as somebody, me and you, we suffer from hay fever and allergies. We are the bros that are like, I'll go to your yard, Sean, like, yo, bruv, you got any
Claritin, citrazine, hydrochloride, you want to come with the Otravine, anything that, okay. You know, on Piriton, you just, whatever.
Sean will be like,
Loratadine, there.
Sean will be like, with this year's pollen, you know, you might have a little loratadine and a cetirizine as well. Is it cetirizine or cetirizine? Whatever it is. Cetirizine. You have 2 of those at the same time, bruv. You'd be sweet, man. Trust me. Get a good night's sleep out of it. Little buzz. You get me?
Bruv, people are like, no, I shouldn't take one a day. There's times where I clap 3, 4 a day because I'm like, yo, this stuff's not working.
Light work, bro. If I'm on holiday and I've been bitten by mosquitoes as well, and my bum, you know, when one bite it itches, all of them start feeling itchy at the same time, bruv.
I'm mad allergic to mosquito bites as well, so
they're getting stronger, bro. They are getting stronger. Like I'm getting bites now where my like a golf ball size thing will be on my leg.
I literally get that. I remember being in Malaysia when I was 17 or something like that. Yeah. I had to go to the doctors because I had some my eczema on my hand or something. I got bitten on my leg and I had shorts on. The doctor saw it and he was like, yo, you got this massive cyst on your leg. And I was like, it's a mosquito bite. He was like, no. My man was trying to take me to do like, and he said to me, like, I convinced him, and then I had to come back like 3 days later. And then I went back and he was like, yo, I've never seen a mosquito bite that big before.
Whoa. I was just like,
so.
That mosquito must have had some good eating though, you know. It's bonkers. All right, well, we'll move on from that story then. I think we've covered it enough, all right, to do it justice. And we also not covered it. All right, I've got not covered it again too much. Right, okay, cool. Because you spoke about drinking, I thought I'd hit you with this one. This is a real headline as well. Man dies after trying to drink all 21 cocktails on a menu during a family vacation in Jamaica. A UK man on vacation with his family died after attempting to partake in a challenge that involved drinking all 21 cocktails on a bar's menu. Bro. Everybody knows the purpose of a menu, and that is to pick some from it.
Mad.
There are not many menus in the world, bar a set menu or a tasting menu, where you are actually meant to consume everything on it. 21 cocktails.
But it was like a legit challenge that they put out there, yeah? Like the restaurant or whatever.
Well, Timothy Southern had finished 12 of the menu's various cocktails when he returned to his hotel room in the Club Caribbean St. Anne, where he later passed away, right? A pathologist in Kingston said that the man's cause of death was acute gastroenteritis due to alcohol consumption. What does that mean? Like you vomit? What is that? Gastroenteritis? Yeah, what is that? Sick.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Yeah.
I've heard the term, but I don't exactly know. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, but who, like, I'm trying to think, like, who would, like, I just want to say, like, if you go out there, yeah, and there's a menu.
It had to be a British guy as well, wasn't it?
Bruv, come on. Do you think it's anyone else? Because in America, they drink, but they drink, like, light drinks as well. Like, I'll have 24 Bud Lights. Cool. Drinking one of them probably makes you more sober. Do you know what I mean? But 21 cocktails, bruv. I'm like a 2 cocktail guy when I go out, and then I've got to go somewhere else. Because they're strong drinks, bro.
No, I can hit a good...
What, 3?
If I'm having like Tommy's margaritas, I can do about 5 before I start.
Tommy's margaritas?
Yeah.
Was that like a tomato margarita?
Mm-mm. No, Tommy's margaritas without the triple sec Yeah. Shout out to Tommy's Margaritas.
Shout out to Tommy's Margaritas. Oh wait, they're the ones that come in bottles, pre-mixed.
No. It's just agave syrup, tequila, fresh lime juice.
Can we have someone record a podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they are. They're so good.
The noise might be nice as well. Put a little microphone out, have some ASMR.
And then if you want to spruce it up, you can make a picante de la casa, which is coriander and chili inside.
Nice. So it's like almost a salad as well. So health.
Yeah.
If you put like a lettuce leaf in it and dip it in and eat it quickly at the start, it's not the nicest, but a salad, isn't it? Wicked. Yeah, it's like coriander and chili. I like that. I like a picante. Picante's getting quite popular now, you know. Like everywhere I'm going, it's quite high on the menu now. Okay. I was at a little Sherlock Holmes experience where we went to like, it was actually quite sick, Shepherd's Bush. In fact, I'm not going to finish shouting them out.
Bro, I got tickets for this before and I never ended up going to it.
Is it? I'm actually not going to finish shouting them out because there's a little situation that we'll talk about off air. Okay. I'll talk about that. Pussy holes, isn't it? Line it up and I'll give you a big shout out. But yeah, man, Picante's there. Soho House is, which I'm not a member of, but I've got friends that are. Picante's are everywhere. In fact, I've got a funny story. My mate went there and was like, can I have a glass of red wine? The guy said, we've got really good Picante's, you know. And they're like, just a glass of red wine. And they were like, Picante? And they were like, no, a glass of red, house red. Okay, cool. Made them a Picante.
My man was not taking note for an answer. Jeez, all right.
Yeah, man. But anyway, moral of the story, 21 cocktails on the menu. Try 2.1 of them. Yeah, round that down to a 2.
Can we clarify whether there was a competition where if you drank all 21, you got something or something
right,
like that?
Let's have a look at this. Right, let's start with this. Right, okay. He was trying to drink 21 cocktails on the bar menu as part of a challenge. So we don't know if the challenge was at the bar. It could have been, but you can't drink all. Bet could be menu's massive. Yeah, it is, mate. But you can't drink 21 of those. To which I would say, if I was him, fucking course not. He was like,
"Oh, is it?
Is it?
Like Amy Santiago from Brooklyn.
Bro, is it? Bro, yeah, man. He drank too much. And if you do drink a bit, oh my god, he had already been drinking brandy and beer in the morning. When he met 2 Canadian women trying to complete the 21 cocktail challenge before midnight to celebrate one of their birthdays.
This was a legit challenge set by the restaurant or whatnot.
We just know that 2 Canadian women were trying to complete this challenge before midnight and he'd been drinking brandy and beer and then drank 12 cocktails.
But this is the thing, bro. Like 0 drink Sean compared to 5 drink Sean. Yeah. Maybe we'll have a slightly different outtake on things. So if it makes more sense that he rocked up. Bit of liquid courage being like,
so
there's 21? I reckon I got this, you know.
There's only 7 hours left of the day. The 3 an hour, 1 every 20 minutes. Rack them up. Fuck that, bruv. Fuck that, yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I like a drink, but I'm at a stage now where I was out with a younger kid. And what did he say I liked? We had some drinks before we went out. And I said, should we have one more? He went, no, I'm just going to let these marinate. I was like, that makes no sense, but it makes total sense. But yeah, man, moral of the story, please don't try to drink 21 cocktails ever.
Moderation, and peeps.
A shot for every year of your life, that stops at the age of like 15, because I was solidly into drinking at the age of 15. No, but shot for every year of your life, half shots, the little light shot glasses, not big shot glasses. You get me? And that stops when you're 20.
I've never done that and I shan't ever do that.
You do a couple though, innit? Couple shots for your birthday here and there.
I'll do a couple of shots.
Yeah. But you wouldn't do like, Sean, I bet you can't drink 21 shots.
I'm like, yes, you are correct.
Yes, you are
correct.
Move on. Right, let's do one before we wrap up today's show, Sean. So we did have a conversation in the last episode and I'll be honest, I may have lied a little bit when we spoke about telecommunication.
Shady as you know.
So when I first started lying about statistics and them ones, I just realised I could get away with it and make a podcast that worked.
But we had 10 most used passwords, right, that we spoke about last week. Those were passwords used in the telecommunications sector.
Yeah.
So what's funky about that is that's just the telecommunications sector. So that is actually a sector where people really should know better because you work in a job with phones, you'd think, right? But I now have my hands on the top 10 passwords in the world.
In the world. Should we go from 10 down to 1, Sean?
Let's do this.
And then we can discuss afterwards because we did the whole guessing it.
Number 10. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In fact, yeah, you're right. We should answer it. The top 10 passwords
of the week.
No, it's in the world. The top 10 passwords
in the world.
In fact, I fucked up. The top 10 most common passwords
in the world. Oh, we got there. We did it.
Number 10. Number 10. Oh, let's see. Number 10 is 123 123.
Okay.
Number 9, COL 123 456. I don't know. Number 8, 12345. Number 7, 111 111 1. Number 6, 1234567 Number 5, QWERTY, aka QWERTY. Number 4, guest. Number 3, 123456789. Number 2, 123456. And in number 1, all lowercase, password. Do you use one of these passwords? If you do, change it. And when you've changed it, let us know in the comments. Bruv, really?
But the thing is, I would have to say that these must be historic, because now you literally cannot make a password of. I feel like you can't make any of these 10 passwords. It will say to you, sorry, you can't have, a run of numbers, or you know.
But there are still people out there that are where you can do this, like they would for their banking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know some people that are like, their banking, their like PIN number is like part of their bank details. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, boy.
Is that you?
Nah, that's not even that. That's not even me.
Yeah. So she was like, fucking up there. Okay. But yeah, I just find it ridiculous. And the time it takes to crack the number 1, the time it takes to crack that is 1 second. Because it's such a basic password. It's like if you have a password cracking machine, that's what they try first. And the hardest one to crack is COL 123456. That's 11 seconds. Guests.
Wait, what is it? I'm still trying. My brain is still going CO.
Look at a keyboard. COL.
No, that's no.
COL? I don't know why. I don't know why.
Hey, that's intrigued me. I want to figure that one out.
There's one scratching one's jaw. Intriguing. But yeah, man. So I, after last week's episode, felt like because the clip for that did quite well, I definitely have done 2-factor authentication on everything, bro. Because I just feel like, wouldn't it be funny to hack somebody taking a mick out of shit passwords? Not that I've had shit passwords ever.
Oh, I see.
But I was just very nervous. I did listen to an interview with Boris Johnson a few years ago on some random American podcast saying all of his passwords over all his devices were the same. And then him going, sorry, what? Oh, actually, no. What the fuck?
Fucking lemon.
Yeah, man. But you've been around situations where people have spoken about passwords and stuff like that now. Is it quite common for passwords to get nicked and stuff? And in case you're wondering what I mean, Sean is basically into fraud. But yeah.
Hey, bro, people's passwords are getting stolen all the time.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, even applications which are made to store passwords are getting hacked. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah.
I've always found that a bit weird. I've been a bit wary of those. I've managed to keep everything up top in my brain and verify like different. But I feel like password holders, that's like a safe, innit? You kind of know where the goods are.
Yeah, I mean, from a business perspective, if you can't hold on to 30, 40 passwords for stuff. So you have like a master password. Obviously, you try and make it as difficult and complex as possible, and you hope that the rest are, safe because of that. But yeah, people's stuff getting hacked left, right, and center.
What makes a good password?
What makes a good password? Just as make it as complex as possible.
Okay.
Special characters, numbers, capitals, lowercase, not runs of numbers or basic. Oh, and don't use like your date of birth or things that someone could make a connection.
Yeah.
Really, I suppose.
What's your current PIN number?
So my.
And Sean, honestly, bruv, I'd like to carry on, but I think we're gonna have to get out of here. I have got, if people want, I have got even more password lists. We can find out the most popular, and I mentioned this last week, passwords in the United Kingdom, which It's got some stuff in there.
Can I ask, the ones that you just told us now?
That was in the whole world. Whole world.
Hence why I did in the world. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
You know how we didn't say like in Norway? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my God, I just looked at Norway's ones as well. LOL 123 is in the top 10. LOL 123. Yeah, man. LOL yourself into getting hacked.
It's mad that an acronym from not your language is in the top. That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's mad. I think that, let's see. Yeah, because Slovakian, they must have translated it for us. So I've got, oh my God, Slovakia is basically Martin's top 10. Anyway, look, we can do some more of these in the future as well if we want to as well with passwords. But I'm loving top 10s. I've got another top 10 thing that I would like to talk to you today, but we've run out of time, so we'll save it for the next episode.
All right.
It's a good one. Anyway, look, we're about to bounce out of here. This has been How to Kill an Hour. This has been How to Kill an Hour with myself, Marcus Bronzy, and Sean. Yeah, man. Make sure you follow us all on social media at How to Kill an Hour on all the socials. I'm at Marcus Bronzy. Where can they find you, Sean?
I don't know, honestly. Don't roll up on me on the tube or anything.
Yeah. What's going on, Sean? Yeah,
I'm not.
It's funny. Some people that know us, like that don't know that you're doing the pod stuff, they're slowly seeing the clips and like, Sean, yeah, okay. Yeah, man. If you do see Sean though, make sure you roll up to him and just say, of the week. Yeah, man. So man, make sure you follow us on the socials. Like we're putting clips out of the show. We're growing there as well. And yeah, man. I think let's bounce, Sean, innit? Get me? Cut out of here, and then we'll be back in your ear hole soon. This has been How to Kill an Hour. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
I'm about to show you all how to kill an hour.